Hello, and welcome to Series 1, Module 1 on the Introduction to CoolSign. In this module, we'll cover the following: types of CoolSign players, CoolSign player part numbers, types of deployment, types of communication, CoolSign features and resources, explore the CoolSign Network Manager, and also CoolSign resources to use. To start this off and ensure everyone has a better understanding of CoolSign, let's look at the types currently being used in today's market. Currently there are two types, the Ion 1 and 2, or the CoolSign, which is more commonly one you'll see now. The physical look of all CoolSign players are identical with the exception of a few having a fan mounted on outside of the case. The only variants are how they are licensed. The license or product key, as we refer to it, determines the player's capabilities. The specifications for CoolSign players are as follows. But I would like to note, the specifications given here aren't the latest but should apply to most. The ratio of a player is a 1-to-1. A player has a 2.8 GHz dual core with a 2 MB cache processor. It has 2 GB of memory. It has a 160 gigabit hard drive. It can run either Windows 7 Pro, 32-bit or 64-bit. It can support Windows XP 32-bit. Has variations of video cards, and there are different types. We have one that is an NVIDIA GT210 or GT220 graphics processing unit, or you can have an ATI Radeon HD 6300, or you can have an Intel Q35 video card. The players also support the following video formats. We have MPEG-2, MPEG-4, a WMV, a flash, as well as MOV files. There are certain versions of CoolSign software that are out there that we use for CoolSign deployment. We need to understand it can be either standalone or networked. Under these deployments, CoolSign Network Manager software gives the individual the ability to load and assign content to the CoolSign player. It also allows you to create content, to create databases, as well as create channels, and lastly, configure players. But you have to realize and understand that this is contingent on a product key which determines the capabilities of both standalone and network players. Current CoolSign software in the market we have is 12.6.3 and 12.7, which are our own hardware. And then we also have available 13.0, 13.1, and 13.2. This software can be ordered. Okay, in the chart shown are the types of players with current part numbers used, as well as gives the part number breakdown that comes with each kit. The chart is subject to change, but provides an idea of what to expect when ordering kits. So, when replacing a player, verify the kit ordered is correct and complete. When looking at the various players, the options are either a standalone or a network system. But what does that mean? Let's review a little bit more in detail. When we say standalone, we're stating that a CoolSign player is not dependent on a server or satellites to function properly. It's self-contained, and all software resides on the player itself. Thus, the configuring and setting up of the player can be performed anywhere. The only downfall is, if there are more than one player, they'll have to be programmed individually. What are some of the features we have as a standalone player? With a standalone player, as stated, the server and client are all in one box. It's used for progressive signs on game banks. The typical deployment is usually with CEI, which is installed on the same player, and with the use of CNN. It provides us remote access using our laptop, and depending on the deployment of the standalone, it can be beneficial for the technician and the customer. Now, let's look at a network system. A network system states that there's a central server someplace. All content and other resources reside on a server someplace. It can be an on-site location or even a central site that allows you to control more than one property at the same time. Benefits of a system like this are: you have the ability to program more than one player at a time. You also have the capability to control what is to be played where on the display throughout a casino floor. You'll also have control over when this content is to be played, and you'll only have to do this from one site for many displays. Another benefit to a system like this is, if there are issues, the problem shouldn't affect the entire floor, and the replacement of the player should be relatively painless. But if you lose your network server, there could be major headaches, which we care to never think will happen, but just beware of the concerns. There. I think this covers the types of deployments that are available for CoolSign media players. So let's move on. When thinking communications, it's all dependent on the type protocols we are going to connect to. In looking at the various systems that are out there, CoolSign can support the following: Alpha 2 Multilink, Alpha 2 Mystery, Bally Local Link, or BLL as we call it, Maps X, Bally Class 2, IGT's IPC, their CCOM, which is fiber, IGT's Casino Link, Secure Progressive, and IGT's Acres Controller, as well as Micon DCU, and lastly, Paltronics PSK. So, as you can see, there are several types of controllers in the market to interface with, giving CoolSign the ability to be a versatile media playing system. So what did CoolSign do to accommodate this? They developed what we call Casino Equipment Interface, or CEI. This allows the ability to communicate to various controllers. CoolSign also developed other protocols that will communicate with Bally's specific products, such as the BLL and Maps. Communication has been taken into consideration for the various controllers in the market. This makes CoolSign very versatile and given the ability to capitalize on a larger market. Now, let's continue. We'll look into some of the features and capabilities of the CoolSign Media Player. Features or enhancements, if you want to call them that, can be physically viewed. CoolSign allows the end user the ability to display not only progressive information, but also allow them the ability to run advertisements, live feeds, tickers, a combination of previously mentioned, as well as have interactive content, or what we call wayfinding systems. These are just a few of the features CoolSign can perform. Do keep in mind some of the features mentioned here are contingent on the type deployment you are using. With that being stated, how is this all possible? This is performed through the capabilities allowed through the Casino Network Manager GUI. Within the GUI, you have the ability to upload approved content through the Content tab, create a channel that has content you want displayed on your display, using the Channel tab, assign content with dynamic data to a particular data table, using the Data Table tab, and create a view of how you want the display to look through the Players tab. Each tab allows the user to perform certain features, thus give the display a customized look that's appealing to the end user. One key factor that needs to be stated: within the CoolSign players, they use SQL or SQL. SQL manages data that will be placed in a relational database and then displayed so that the viewer can relate to the information being presented. In looking at CoolSign resources that are available out there, do understand that this information is posted for your use. It provides you the web address as well as email address to contact Keymaster. It shows you the location of current libraries for install and users guides. Shows you that there's a CoolSign wiki, or CoolSign e-learning, and also videos that are on YouTube regarding CoolSigns. Please review these different links at any time, as well as when you need help. Lastly, I want to mention that there is also a CoolSign SharePoint. Should you have any questions about any of this, please refer to these links and review them to help better assist you. Thank you for viewing this module on the Introduction to CoolSign. Should you have any questions or concerns, feel free to contact our technical support team. You can also look for information on our website at www.valleytech.com. Lastly, please refer to our e-learning where you'll find information and other modules pertaining to CoolSign and products of Valley Technologies. Thank you.